Ingeta Kimbo na Tatanzambi Yamazulu, ya Kimfumu Kuyisa. All praises to Tatanzambi and all his creation because he is perfect. And here we are one more time. He's your boy Massa. So all praises. Welcome to my channel. Now, today we're going to talk about a very, very important thing. I think it will change some people's thoughts about the black race, about Christianity, about our situation. I mean, we are frustrated people, desolated people, okay? And there's a lot of reparation that must be done. We need healing. We need help. But I heard from the Christian church, they used to say that a savior came already. He died for us on the cross. He shed his blood for us. We used to eat his flesh, and then salvation will come. The same thing the Muslims said. That Muhammad came for us. He fought for us. And that's why we are saved if we become Muslims. And I want to go deeper to make people understand that we are special people, and we have a God, let's say like this, that is searching for us. His arms are not so short to help us, but as long we are still waiting the nations to be our saviors, nothing will happen. Now, welcome, and everyone that wants to say something, I'm going to put a link down there so that we can have a discussion. I'm going to also share the reasons why Black people are poor. Today, we're going to go deeper and discuss all this. Okay? And you're going to receive the answers very soon. Now, first of all, imagine by yourself when we talk about kings and queens, we are talking about a united kingdom of Congo, Zulu, Zimbabwe, Benin, Menumutapa, kingdoms of the Baluba, etc., etc. But today, you have Angola, then you have the Kosa, the other side, Zulus on the other side. They call it themselves today South Africa. Then you have Botswana there. Then you have somewhere Zambia, Mozambique, etc., etc. But uh, in the ancient times, we had kingdoms over here. All of them were united. But today you see separations there, which means Angola, then you see Congo Brazzaville, which means Cameroon. Who divided those countries? Okay, who divided us? The Christians. And the Christians, they didn't only come to divide and conquer, but they came to bring us God. Can you imagine? They came to bring us God. So, who is the God that the Christian came to bring us? Jesus the Christ. Okay? Jesus the Christ. So, Jesus the Christ, when we hear what the Christians say, is the Son of God. Jesus the Christ is the Son of God. And he is the way, the truth, and the salvation for the black race. Okay? Before the white people came to Africa, there was no salvation for the black race to go to heaven. Okay? Do you get it? Before the white people in the 1500s came to Africa, there was no salvation for the true Israelites, for the true chosen one, for the people that are the one that has people that were the ancient Babylonian, the ancient Egyptians, the Bantus, the Israelites. You can call them names. The Ethiopia, whatever these people used to be called for by the Gentiles. So they didn't know any God. Yeah. They had no civilization. The Christians came, okay, and brought Jesus, God, to them. Before Jesus, there was no salvation for any African, person. So for all black race, there was no salvation before Jesus Christ. Now we get this one. And then they say, the black people used to worship, all black people used to worship Satan. Before that, no Satan. No one has heard from Satan before Christians came to Africa. But now, Satan just woke up from nothing, from nowhere. And who are the Satanists? The black people. Black people. Okay? And they didn't stop there. Now you have a God, which is Jesus. Then you have a Satan, which is you. Okay, because people are thinking in the 1500s, these people that lived in the 1500s are other people than we today. But we are still the same people. There's no difference. The same blood that they have, that they shared, is the same blood that is in you. We'll come to that very soon. They say there's a way, Jesus. So don't worry, there's a paradise. Before that, our forefathers never spoke about the paradise. They say, no, wait a minute, there's a way, Jesus. He will bring you guys to heaven. Yeah? So don't worry, okay? This is not your world. You're cursed. you know, you have worshipped the Mammon, you have worshipped Baal, you're Satan's son, but there's a way to go to paradise. Do what Jesus wants, and you will make it to paradise. Jesus, the white man. Now look, you will have an internal life with Jesus if you obey everything what we say, what is written in the Bible. Not the full Bible, by the way. They just show you 66 books, okay? They don't want to show you anything else. And only the Jesuits are supposed to read the Bible because it was completely forbidden other people just to touch the Bible. Now, and they continue and say, do you know what? Jesus died for you and he have done a lot of wonders. Yeah. He walked over water. He healed the sick. He had 12 disciples. Do you know Jesus? He came straight from heaven. He never sinned. He never had a woman, a wife. He was so righteous. He's the only begotten God the Son. No one is higher and stronger than him. And our people were confused. Wow, heaven? Wow, they gave us a God. This guy walked over water. He did this and this, etc., etc. Confusion starts to beginning. They're starting to dividing us. Okay, starting to lying to us that they will bring civilization, yeah, development. After 400 years, yeah, we haven't seen any development, any civilization that the white man has brought to Africa through Christianity. Okay, but they will tell you, oh, we brought civilization to Africa. This means they brought Jesus to Africa. But Jesus hasn't resolved any problem in Africa. He brought the problem into Africa, like Muhammad brought the problem into Africa. In the early 1600s, our people went to slavery to Brazil, to America, to Europe, to Asia, to even earlier than that. So Muslims take over already by giving us Muslim names, baptizing us, by doing the worstest thing to children, man and female, okay, that you can't imagine, yeah, in the name of Muhammad, and then in the name of Jesus the Christ. Oh, we Christians are not Catholics. Oh, your forefathers are wicked. What? What did our forefathers do if you're coming and you're doing the worstest thing to them, cutting their hands off, oppressing them, okay? Violating the laws, okay? Etc., etc. Well, good. Like I said, only Jesus saved. Everyone that lived before Jesus is in hell right now. He's even now in this second, he's burning. Okay? Everyone is burning. Your mother, your sister, your grandfathers, everyone that lived and did not shout the name of Jesus. Okay? You can also call him Messiah or whatever. Yeah? Because he is the begotten son. Yeah? You die. You will not make it according to Christianity. Okay? You are all cursed. You are all cursed. Yeah? And you have to know all the prophets, all the saints, everything that is good in this world is white, is light. Your blackness is bad. You are cursed. Your country that the Most High gave you has nothing. We are the saviors. This is what they say. And now, what happened? The Most High say, enough is enough. He start bringing prophets again out of our midst. They started fighting against the white colonizer that has divided the 12th tribe of Israel, the chosen one. And in the time that they used to fight those criminals, yeah, those demons, they used to do also miracles. miracle after miracle, miracle after miracle, miracle after miracle. And they say, what? Just now, we are teaching them our God, and these people are doing miracles like that. They're waking up their own people. We can't allow this. And what happened? Like the Christians always used to do. They used to kill the prophets one by one. Okay? One by one. The Belgian went out of Africa. The Muslim had problem to stay in different kinds of places. The Christians has to leave. The only thing that they left is their Christianity religion, but they themselves, the white people, had to bounce. Okay? But they killed all of these prophets. And no one talks about them. And what happened? The Most High showed that these prophets have done more than this Jesus, just to show, hey, look, take your Jesus. We have our prophecy over here. They do even more, and they fight the colonizers. It didn't stop there. It didn't stop there. So the Catholic invasion didn't end there. He said, I need all the money from the country. I need all the riches. Why are they so blessed? Why are they so rich? Why did the Most High show himself in front of these people? Because they know that they did not bring the Most High to us. The Most High was already with us. The fall of the black man was because they accepted the Christian religion, because they accepted the religion of the Muslims. Nothing else. All your forefathers did worship the Baal, whatever. I used to teach you before. Satan was there from the beginning. From the beginning, he was there. Evil is a part of life. This doesn't mean that the complete empire has to fall. No. A complete empire only falls by himself if it doesn't have no root no more. The root is who? It's the Most High. So which means you say no to the Most High and you accept something that is not yours, and this, what you have accepted, brought destructions to that kingdom or to that what is yours. We're going to go deeper into that very soon. Now, it didn't end there. Still today, we see what the Arabs are doing with us. We are seeing that Christians haven't accepted us at all. They do not want to see that the Bible is manipulated and it talks about us. They do not want to recognize that they have never done anything good for the black race. Nowhere. Even in the ghettos in America, the Christians were involved in all criminality. I know exactly what the Christians used to do here, the Catholic Church. They are involved in drugs. They're involved in prostitution. They're involved in human trafficking. Okay? A church, yeah, that is the mother of all the wicked churches in Africa. They used to steal money from people. They used to do a lot of crimes against humanity here on earth. The Christian church has done crime all over the planet, but they will never recognize. Yeah, they will never say that they have done those things, like the Muslims as well. The Muslims too, the same. Okay? Now, they will tell you, even if they are so wicked, even if they have done all this wickedness to us, they are the only one that can bring you salvation. They are the only one that can bring us salvation. Can you imagine? Yeah? They have never been to heaven, but they will preach heaven, the over wickedness all over the places. You will make it to heaven. Don't worry. Don't go against the white man, because if you do so, you will not make it. You will go to hell. You will burn. I've seen so many people. They only teach about hell. Have you seen hell? Have you seen heaven? Bring me the white man that made it into heaven. Branham? Who made it? Jesus? Did you see Jesus go to heaven? Huh? Okay, so they didn't stop there. They did not stop there, the saviors. Okay, so they kill you, they rob from you, they do whatever they want to do with you, and at last they will bring salvation to you in the name of Jesus, in the name of Muhammad, etc., etc. Now, the white man's system does not allow that anyone speaks against them. We have seen it with the pandemic. We have seen it with this war, and we will see it even more. Yeah, we have seen it with the things that we teach all the time. If we start speaking loud about different kinds of things, they're deleting things on Google. You will have no access to informations no more because they're deleting information all the time. This is what they're doing. Yeah, because they know exactly that their system will not allow someone to speak against Christianity, to speak against the Muslims, to speak once against the white man at all, because the white man is a criminal. Now, that's why they killed all the prophets. And I'm not talking about Jesus. I do not believe that they have killed any Jesus, okay? I really do not believe in this kind of crap no more. But they have killed our prophets that we knew the faces, we knew who brought them to life, we knew we know where their tombs are, we know what they did, and we have stories, and we have stories about them that are scientific proved. You can't prove that Jesus was a Nazarene, that he lived in the Middle East, that he went to Asia. You can't prove it all. You can't prove it. It's fiction. We did not stop there. Then, these Christians would never help us. They rather will help. Oh, let us help the Jews. Let us help the Asians. Let us help the Ukraine. Let us help the Muslims. But did you ever see Christians help you? I have seen the Crusades, Catholics, KKK. Every one of them has a cross, and every one of them used to praise Jesus, because through Jesus, through Christianity, they built their kingdom, and their kingdom is not in heaven. The kingdom of the Chinese is not in heaven. The kingdom of the Indians is not in heaven. The kingdoms of the Muslims is not in heaven. Look at Dubai. Look at America. Look at China. But the kingdom of the black man is in heaven. Oh, I will go to heaven. Oh, not my Jesus. Not your Jesus. This Jesus, exactly him, he will bring you to that what you call also hell. Okay? Look, it did not end there. The earth is created by the Most High, right? I've explained it yesterday in this in the class. When the earth is created by the Most High, we have to know that the Most High is Spirit. He will send other spirits to create the earth. We know that the earth already has different kinds of elements to become the sandy mood. Okay, then you have to start thinking. Okay, do your math. Now you have the mood. The example will say, create man. I will create man out of this mood or earth. Yeah. So, but the human body is not only created by earth. So, start thinking. The different kinds of materials and cells that the Most High put together are different kinds of spirits that put themselves together, and it made and become human. Human. Now, how would you call this process? would you call all the spirits that the Most High has sent to create a man evil? Are they magicians? Is the Most High a magician? Yes, this is what the world would call him. They would call him a magician. So this means a magician, magic is not evil. Oh, this is how you have to catch them. Because the Most High himself is spirit, he turns water into blood, he turns the poor to become rich. How will you call this process? Now look, according to Christianity, this process is evil. Okay? So you as a man, you are created by Satan. Isn't it? This is what Christians believe. And that's why they say the black man is evil and all this kinds of stuff. Because before, you create something in this world, you need different kinds of materials to put it together. A phone, for example, it has different kinds of things inside of it that you put together, that it becomes a phone. And this process doesn't exist no more by the black race. The only people that know this process, how to put things together to get something, are the nations. And we have to go now to the nations and beg, because they are creative. Creative means you are a creator. Did you ever ask yourself why the Most High give you eyes, ears, hands, and legs? Because you knew maybe you have to drive a motorbike. Maybe you have to cook. Maybe you have to dance. Okay? And therefore you need a radio, a television. Therefore you need a plan. So he knew my people are creators. That's why he gave you these instruments. Today, all the nations, most of the things that they create is to make money. And the best buyer of these nations is the black man, because he creates nothing. If we go to our politicians, what have they created so far in the last years? If we go to our scientists or religious people, the pastor, what have they said or created, invented in the last 400 years by preaching Jesus to Christ and Muhammad? Which means, how can a root? Now you have a tree, and the tree's arm, which means the tree's arm is cut off, and you're waiting now for the arm, for the, how did I call it? It's my teaching from yesterday, by the way. You're waiting now for the arm that is cut off to become a tree again. It will never happen, because it is cut off from the root. If you are cut off from the root, how can you get fruit? How can you give birth? It is impossible. You are cut off from the root. How can you create? And now they're calling the root evil. But the same people all over the world are always going back to the root and stealing and robbing and oppressing and taking from him, while the people that came out from the root are sleeping. They're just looking at other trees, how they used to shine, but they themselves, they are poor. You don't give any light. Our Father started creation. Our Father in heaven started creation. And he said, you human, go and create even more. But today they give everything, every power, every knowledge in one person is Jesus the Christ. And we believe that. We believe that we can't do anything in this world. We have to wait for the paradise, yeah, because Jesus will come to do it for us. And this doesn't make any sense. Now, I told you already. When they came, they divided us so that we did not only hate our land, but we also hate ourselves. Okay? But if you come to Africa and you look at the people, these people look very nice, strong, powerful. And I was asking myself, what can bring the conscience of our people back? The answer is so easy. We're cut off from the root, which means you are lost. We have to go back to the root. And people can say whatever they want to say about it's evil, our forefathers, they were evil. This is what the Christians have taught us. When you want to hit someone, you have first to go back and then you give him the box. If you do it like this, he will be like, huh, you can't fight me. Yeah. Mm. Okay, I will send it to you. No problem. I'm teaching. Okay, great. Now, all this shows us again that, because there's another teaching that I made yesterday and will help you guys. All this shows us that our people must learn again the natural way, okay? The natural way to live. Because if we don't do that, yeah, and we will always depend on artificial ways of the nation, and the artificial ways of the nations means death for us. It means death for us because we are not created to be artificial. Okay, we have tried to obey Jesus. We have tried to obey Muhammad for years. But what we have received is murder, oppression, lies, killing. This is what Jesus did to us. No one else, no one can come and say, oh no, it wasn't Jesus. Jesus did this to us. It wasn't Kimbangu, it wasn't me, Massa, but in the name of Jesus, or Jesus, that I have seen with my own eyes by the white man's God, Jesus the Christ, which you see the Catholics used to always praise him, which you see, the freedom statue there, the liberty statue in America, in Brazil, and ever the obelisks. This man that the people, oh yeah, Isaiah, oh yeah, Jesus, oh yeah, Jesus. But do you really know who this man was? No one here will tell me he knew. No one here can tell me he knows. No one has seen him at all. No one knows his story truly. No one knows anything about that man, because in every other book that is not written in the Bible, the story of him is completely different from that what the Catholics or your pastor used to teach us. Okay, he had a family. Then you hear how he was fighting, he was a warrior, etc., etc. But this kind of stories will be never told to you. So how can you believe in something that is not complete? And the Most High knew all this, and he sent prophets and said, stop this invasion. Tell our people they have another chance to come out of this mess, of these lies. And we did not obey. We did not understand. And this was the fall. King Pavito and all of them were burned because they said, this man that you guys are teaching in the spiritual world, he was never called like that. He's never this guy. Your book are false. Your history is false. Everything is false. Now, we brought civilization all over the world. Okay? We used to be the first people doing surgeries, operations. Okay? By the way, operations. Okay? Our people in the ancient time didn't talk so much about operations. But now why? Maybe because they eat healthy. Maybe some other sicknesses came because the white man is so wicked and the world came against him and brought a lot of different kind of sicknesses to this world, so that they have to come with the big technology to start doing operations. Okay? All these kind of sicknesses that are coming all over the world, it's because of wickedness, isn't it? Now, our food, artificial. People are getting sick, cancer, and the eyes are hurting. You can't walk clearly. Everything because we eat undefiled food, isn't it? Now, we are the first civilized people on the planet. When Egypt was there, these people used to live in the mountains. They used to eat unclean food, not cooked food, and things like that. But no one's talking about that. We had already wood that we could brush our teeth with. Yeah, and we had different kinds of things in nature. Everything was found in nature. And we had house of rocks as well. From us comes the technology of helicopters, planes, UFO, all these kinds of things. But how can it be that our forefathers knew that the pyramid must be exactly put like that, yeah, so that our people, when they will be buried, they knew exactly what is in heaven, so it will be on earth. What is on earth will be also in heaven. So they knew exactly the constellation of the universe. They knew about the days, the months, the years. The white man came and changed it in the Gregorian calendar. But we had calendars before. We had math before. We had the alphabets before. Just because the white man changed everything, it doesn't mean that he is the creator of those things. But how can it be that our forefathers, they knew all these things? Do you want to say these people are not our forefathers? Are those people that created all those things? Yeah, they named the animals, they named the seas, they knew exactly what a diamond is. Go to Job. Hey, these people lived 4,000, 6,000 years ago. They knew everything what is under the earth. King Solomon and all, they had diamond rings and all these kind of things. How many do you have? But you call our forefathers wicked because you are Christian, because you are Christianized, you are Christian demonic, and then you say, oh, our forefathers were dumb, but you don't have not even a little from that what our forefathers had before. Africa is not civilized because of Christianity. 400 years, not even our streets are built. We have no hospitals, we have no schools. People will say, oh, here in South Africa, we have those things. And that's why the white man is living there. You see, that's it. Is the black man doing all this, or is the white man doing all this in your country? It's the white man doing all this in your country. It's the white man's country. It's not the black man's country. Okay? So we have to start thinking, where did we fail? It's simple. Our forefathers, they were connected to what their forefathers did. And they did what their forefathers did. And if you cut off this lineage, where do you want to get wisdom from? I knew when from the Black Panther movie, from the Lion King movie, when he was disconnected When he was lost, he remembered and he saw, look, you remember who you are. Go back to your lineage. Start from the beginning. And he was starting from the beginning again. So, boom, this is how a fist goes. And not like this. Eh? Boom, this is how a fist goes. You know, did you ever see a UFC match? Okay? This is how it works. Go back. Take your time. Breathe in. And when you come with power. You don't come alone, okay? At the moment, we are alone. But tomorrow, we will be a many. This is how it works. Let us start thinking. Our forefathers received all the answers from the spiritual world. It was not evil because everything in this world has a spiritual background. Okay, everything that is natural has a spiritual background because it's created by angels, and we have to be connected with them so that we know what they want to give us and tell us how we can use different kinds of things for. Okay. And this is the creative spirit. Okay, let us go to some texts. Let us read a little bit. Oh man, it's so hot here. Where's my AC thing? No problem. Let me take a shower after that. Now, let me see. The second book of Enoch, on the 6th day. I ordered my wisdom to make man of 7 substances: his flesh from the earth, his blood from the dew, his eyes from the sun, his bones from the stones, his thoughts from the swiftness of the angels and the clouds, his veins and hair from the grass of the earth. I told you, the hair that you have, yeah, is from the plant. His spirit from my spirit, and from the wind, the mwanda. I gave him 7 natures. Okay? So, 7 angels. Hearing to his body, sight to his eyes, smell to the perceptions, touch to the veins, taste to the blood, the bones for endurance, sweetness for thought. I proposed a subtle thing from the invisible and visible nature. I made man. No, it's witchcraft. So you are really hating yourself all the time by giving someone, you're honoring something that does not exist. It doesn't exist. Look. As a nation, change its gods, even though they are no gods. But my people have changed the glory for that which does not exist. For this, that which does not do anything after 400 years, nada. And the wise man will see the truth, and the sons of the earth will understand all the words of this book. And they will know that their riches will not be able to save them or overthrow their sin. Woe to you, you sinners, when you afflict the righteous on the day of severe trouble and burn them fire. You will be repaid according to your deeds. All good. Now, 10 reasons why Africa is poor. Mama Africa, the land of contrasts, the birthplace of humanity, the motherland, splendid in all of its existence, from its hills. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Yes. Where did we stop? And valleys, to its glorious vistas and scenery. From its thick rainforests to desolate and encroaching deserts, from its different cultures, people, and tribes, to its different expressions of beauty, fashion, and art, from its glorious kingdoms and civilizations that span as far as the four corners of the world, to the richest man in history, why then so poor yet so rich? Why then a dark continent? Africa's poverty has been the subject of discussion for years, where Western economists have been tasked with the daunting role of coming up with programs and strategies geared to boosting growth and development, creating employments, and uh, alleviating poverty in the dark continent. Okay, we don't want to read everything, but in fact, Christians are racist. Yeah, Muslims are racist. Okay, and we talk about racist, which means they are racists that used to come from the tree and they became racist. It's like they hate us. Okay, everyone that is in religion, you have to know that you are in a religion that hates you normally, that have done crime to you. Yeah, you can't take from a good tree bad fruit. Okay, so if Christianity is good, why did Christianity do bad things to us? If the Muslims are good, why did they do bad things to us? It doesn't make any sense. Do you get it? Now, look at this. One of the thing that made us poor is our history. Here, Marcus Garvey. A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without root. It is without a doubt much, if not all, African history has either been massively denied, rewritten, largely misinterpreted, whitewashed, or deleted for the glory of the white man and, to my dismay, for the destructions of the black man. Even with undeniable archaeological evidence and structures that will stand up to date, ancient records and books that clearly show the achievements of Africans, destructive knowledge has found its way to our learning institutions and is feed into our mind generations after another. Then, something that the most of our people do not want to hear: Jesus is Satan. Religion. Okay? Religion. Jesus is Satan. There it is. Religion. How can you bring God to a nation that already is God? God was always with them. How can you bring God to them? Do we want to go back to my books? Then you will see directly, I will bring you out of Egypt into a fertile land. I will be your God. You will inherit all this. You will eat your fruit from without any scaredness. A black from milk, a land of milk and honey. Your people will be strong. La, 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 la. This was before Jesus the Christ came. This was before even any Jesus came to this world. 4,000 years before that, we had King David and all these people growing up in the Congos, in the Southern Africa, and all these areas, Zimbabwe, Zambia. But no one talks about them. But you want to tell me that we are religious. You want to tell me that all of our forefathers, with those people that are involved in the Bible, all of them are wicked. All of them are what it is, witches. This is what you want to tell me. All of them went to hell. But you will make it definitely with Jesus into heaven. I know that. Most of African religions believe in supreme God, who is the creator of heaven and earth. To justify slavery, both Christians and Muslims use their prospective religious books to rape, kill, steal, and separate Africans from their homeland. They had no regards whatsoever for traditional religions and used fear as weapon to weaken the minds of Africans and to cover up their real intentions, which apparently to them is God's will. This further seen during colonialism, where Christian missionaries outrightly sought out to use the scared scriptures in a genocidal way to keep Africans poor and ignorant. And then slavery, the best part of it. Okay? Now you have this house nigger, yeah, that is still working for the white man and thinks this is the way why normally you have to take this little what you have and to build your own. How long will you build houses for the slave master? But no, we love black people. We fight for black people. Oh yeah, my ministry is for black people. No, you are not in the black man's land. The black people don't have an army. The black people don't have economy. The black people don't have their own money system. So what are you really doing? No, you are building for the white man. You love the white man, but because you are black, you are feeling abusive. But if the white man is attacked, you will be the first one, yeah, jumping in front of the trigger and dying because you love him so much. Look at this wars, all this when the war will happen. The black man is the first one. I will die for my country. So you are an American. I heard that this American name, yeah, did not even exist a couple of years ago because these people were Indians, yeah. But no. Yeah, so I have to start work, but let us finish this one here. Then you have colonialism. My goodness. So soon as slavery ended, then colonialism began. In fact, there was barely a 20-year gap in any at all. The Western world abolished slavery in the 1800s, with Brazil being the last country in the 1888, but it was such a lucrative business with high return on investment, and as you may have guessed, this did not sit well with a lot of European countries. Therefore, the Berlin Conference was held in 1884 and 85 to divide and colonize Africa after all the bloodshed and destruction caused by slavery. Can you imagine? And you think these people will give you a chance only because you see yourself in television and movies, okay? You see your people running in the streets and showing off that they are gangsters. Oh yeah, this world here is a spiritual world. And if we do not understand the spiritual nature, the cosmos of the universe, you will never make it into your so-called heaven. The United States was invited to the conference, but later declined to be a part of it. But this did not stop the rest of the Western world from trampling on Africa once again and aggressively exploit its people and natural resources. Britain, France, Germany, Belgium, Spain, Portugal, Italy, all established colonial states and drew the current boundaries of the African cake, further dividing one against another for their own personal gains. And separation and apartheid. I think the people in South Africa can, like I said, very much, or in America, they can tell us stories about separation, showing white people always superior than black people. And still today, yeah, if we go back if we look clearer to the African countries, yeah, Namibia, Uganda, Kenya, on all these countries where the white man is their master, yeah, and you can see it like that, yeah. Hey, how long? How long will you deny your father? How long will you deny your spirit? How long will you deny the true Bena Congo, that you are gods? Okay? How long will you deny that? That you have to be separated from the oppressor. You must be above him. When will you accept, yeah, your call? Because after accepting it, you will be, because you're a chosen one. A chosen one must accept, hear the voice of the Most High. He's calling you. He's calling. Neocolonialism. Nothing changed. Africa gained independence from European countries after the Pan-African Congress 1945. Yeah, which is not really the truth. Simon Toko fought for Africa in this time. All thought the continent was already wallowing in poverty from centuries of genocidal acts and exploitations by European powers. Neocolonialism, the last stage of imperialism, must, under the pretext of aid and development for Africa, continue oppressing Africans and keeping them in diseases, hunger, and illiteracy. Independence was only the decoy of change of tactics to try prove of the world and Africa that the European imperialists had left Africa for good, but on the contrary, they held ownership rights to much of the land, minerals, and to some extent its people. See? And then the land. You are not only a people, you have also a land. And the land is your riches. You are part of the land. And the National Monetary Fund. That's why we are poor. Tax and money laundering. Okay? So we have to pay taxes like crazy. They're stealing from us. They're oppressing us. Okay? And the media. 400 and more years. Yeah? They have done a big marketing to show that African people or black people that we are nothing. Okay? And it's time for us to love ourselves, to understand how important we are. Okay? Give me a thumb up. I have to go to work. It's tabernacle time. So everyone that is in tabernacle will start calling you guys now. Let us work. Brothers and sisters, come out of Christianity. Come out of her. Completely. Not a little, but completely. The most of this awakenings today, they're still in Christianity. They're still there. Come out of her. I know you fear to come out of Christianity. I heard someone yesterday asking me, hey, how can we separate that what our forefathers have done? Because the most of them have done wicked things. So how can we know that what is good and bad? I was like, wow, we are far away. We are far away from understanding, that our forefathers, no one of them were wicked. No one of them. We have white people raping, killing all the time. Why is nothing happening to them? They are still strong, holding on that what is theirs. We failed. Falling means you accepted something else. The root that held us is the Most High. Okay? You accepted another God, another way. You wanted another king. And we accepted him. And he's doing all these kinds to us. What has this to do with our ancestors? Our ancestors had their gods and they were fine. They had another life. And I'm talking about before 1500s. They had no problem. They had not the same sickness like us. They had these kinds of problems. They didn't have it. The white man wasn't there at all. Evolution brings a lot of things. From time to time, different kinds of things coming up. Do you see when it rains? Just from nothing, you will see the creation, the evolution starting, animals coming from here and there. This is how the world is from nothing. And this is, but the last one of the next school that I will teach you, I will start teaching you to take things from nothing and to bring it to this world. This is why I'm teaching those things. Me, myself, in my ministry, if I teach something, it's to show you the things that I teach. Thank you very much. That's why we see ministries in America saying, if he received revelations, why doesn't he show it to us? I show to those who really wants to know. Thank you very much. We are going deeper.